Hey everyone. I just want to take a second before we get into the latest episode of the Enemy Base podcast to thank everyone who's watched so far, who's dropped subscribes and all that other fun stuff. Again, thank you for checking out this episode as well. You can check out the show every Monday night around 8:45 on twitch.tv/the Enemy Base. Not only do we do podcasts there with Irish Savage OOC and Dreaded Gamer, and soon to be a whole bunch of other co-hosts, but I also stream a bunch of games as well. So you're likely to see Escape from Tarkov, Overwatch, Valheim, you name it. It'll probably be on here at some point. So you can also check out my co-hosts. Like for one, he's one of the best Warzone streamers that I know of. It's Irish Savage OOC, and you can check him out at twitch.tv/Irish Savage OOC. Also, you can check out one of the best variety streamers that I know, and the other co-host of the Enemy Base podcast, Dreaded Gamer, at twitch.tv/Dreaded Gamer. If you enjoyed the show, if you enjoy me, if you enjoy the content, hit subscribe so you know when the next episode goes live. And now, on with the show, boys.
Now recording.
Welcome back to the Enemy Base podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Walter, and with me as always is I have to actually change this because Irish is on the left. With me as always is Irish Savage OOC.
What up, buddy?
Yo, what up, homie? And bringing up the rear, like always, is Dreaded Gamer, also getting carried in WoW like he always does.
Truth.
All I hear is hate.
Funny, all I hear is truth. So, oh God, that feels so good. Thank you, coffee. So big weekend news, kind of, if you actually give a shit about these types of things. We were supposed to have a special guest host on, host, whatever you want to say, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking a bit about classic gaming, and I have no direction in this episode. It's literally just going to be us ranting and raving. So if you're looking for like facts and all this other stuff, nah, man. Yeah, we have we're going to be talking a lot about some classic shit. And I'm not looking at yes, exactly. I'm not looking at that Dreamcast in my video that's behind me, I swear. But anyway, but one thing I do want to, there's a couple things I do want to talk about real quick. This is pretty much going to be the extent of my direction. WandaVision finished. I know Irish probably hasn't finished watching it yet, or even started
watching it yet.
So
I want to skip over that.
So I'm going to tell you right now, if you guys give a shit about spoilers, if you're watching the podcast or if you're listening to the podcast, skip ahead. I'll have a timestamp somewhere in the notes or something. If you don't, well, stick around because you're about to hear some shit.
Well, damn, Irish, I guess you better mute us, and then we'll come back to
okay,
See you guys next week.
Okay, better question. Do you give a shit about spoilers?
Nah, not really.
Okay, so
if he was interested in the show, he would have watched it by now.
Yeah, I've had every opportunity and then some to watch it, so
that is fair. So, on the whole, like we talked about it briefly when the first couple of episodes released, and Dread was just like, I don't want to. This show looks stupid. And then
that's exactly how he sounded. Actually, he
look,
nailed
man,
it.
You know damn well that jump was on some Stepford Wives shit the first couple episodes.
And
You're
then,
like, huh?
and
Something
then,
don't smell right.
and then, dummy in the top right corner went after episode 3. Oh shit! And then episode 4. Ayo, base, you right.
Look,
You're
man,
right.
They slow roll me. What you want me to do?
Dude, I called it from the fucking beginning that this shit was gonna go fucking ham fast. You didn't listen to me. You slept on it, and then you had to swallow your shit, come back to me and go, you're right. Dude, it's okay.
That's all you wanted to say about the whole thing. Fuck the show. You just wanted that part, right?
I mean,
the only reason for the podcast right there. You just want to prove you wrong.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to argue, but I just wanted to come back. I just wanted to loop back around and just be like, Yet again, I was right. Anyway,
Yeah, the shit was fire.
so like legit, there was only one misstep. There was only one misstep, and it was yeah, anyway, one misstep, we'll get to it in a minute, but on the whole, it was just it was a great series. It had a lot of twists. It was definitely something that was unexpected, and it definitely set up something that's going to be coming down the line like a year and a half with the new Doctor Strange movie.
Multiverse of Madness.
So the fact that like the last episode pretty much was like, hey, by the way, Scarlet Witch will return in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Ooh.
It set everything up. It did everything that a Marvel movie should do over the course of 10 episodes, and it showed that you could do a Marvel series right. It showed that whoever was in charge of like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, they did it wrong. They just did it 100% wrong. And just being able to get the superb writing that is supposed to be in a brand like Marvel and have it done in a TV show format. If this show was on network TV instead of Disney Plus, this would have been fucking gangbusters. Like the ratings would have been through the roof. It would have been a top tier phenomenon. But Disney kept it on Disney Plus for better or worse. And to be honest, I'm all for it. It gives anybody to watch it at their leisure.
Is the series for sure over, or are they going to be adding more?
There's going to be
Okay.
there's going to be a season 2. The season is over now, so if you want to catch up and watch it, go for it.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to skate through spoilers that are like literally, oh well, now I don't have to watch this fucking show. Thanks, asshole.
The only thing that I'm kind of ashamed as a Marvel fan that I should have realized. You remember the old school Avengers arcade game?
Mm-hmm.
What color was Vision?
I'm trying to remember.
I was like, how the fuck did I not pick that up? In the old game, he was white.
It was a different version of Vision.
It was him, Iron Man, Hawkeye, and was it Captain America?
Yeah.
That game was actually the same formula that Konami put out with that T-shirt that you have on.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. They literally copy pasted that type of game over to like 15 different franchises. Like you had the Simpsons, the Avengers, like you name it, Konami put a game out for it. But like even the throwbacks when you saw Wanda and Vision in their old costumes, the fact that White Vision was there, I think having White Vision there and the way that, he just disappeared kind of like took away from the impact of it and the ability to bring Vision back in some way, shape, or form. Even if it was just to close out something or give us a look into season 2 or something. It wasn't there for me, and it was rough.
I mean, he's back. They'll worm him in a movie, but
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Paul Bettany is signed to Marvel for life at this point. Like,
right?
He's literally been in almost every single movie, whether it's as Jarvis or Vision.
And all I can think of him as
at first. Now look at him.
All I can think of him as is from his thing in Knight's Tale. That's the only time I can ever think of him, bro. Just fucking on Knight's Tale.
Dude, and the fact that he goes from like some goofy asshole in A Knight's Tale to like a very smart, articulate character in the Vision in the MCU is just boggles my mind.
In fact, in drama class, senior year of high school, we had to do everyone had to do a monologue in front of the class, like a couple minutes long. And I actually chose his monologue from Knight's Tale when he like introduces Heath Ledger for the first time, like at that tournament. That was my actual monologue, dude. I fucking loved that movie.
Dude, it's so understated. It's so beyond understated. Like everybody goes on about how how Dark Knight, yeah. The Dark Knight was like Heath Ledger's best movie, but they all sleep on A Knight's Tale. Period.
Yeah, definitely a cult classic.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That soundtrack was fire.
Oh my god,
yeah,
yes.
it was. Yeah, it was. I still to this day, like, I listen to a lot of classic rock and stuff on my Sirius XM when I drive. Every time I hear one of those songs from that movie, you can't think of anything else but the movie.
Oh, yeah.
You just,
I would
like taking care of business. Number one, when he's sword fighting in the tournament, oh my
Mine is,
god, dude.
We Will Rock You.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
you're coming into the stadium.
Yeah, I did drama class when I was in high school, and it was just so nobody gave a shit, to be honest. It was just it's drama.
Pretty much how mine went.
Yeah.
We played charades and shit.
Dude, we didn't even get that far. I think it would have been an improvement if we got to play charades. But yeah, like listen, straight up, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, Disney Plus, the entire season's out now. Spend was it like 7.5 hours and just watch it. It's worth it.
I plan on it for sure.
It's so worth it. In other news, we got Bethesda was finally got bought out by Microsoft. The merger went through. I'm not I'm not in the same realm of thinking that most people are in it. As a gamer, I could give a fuck less. I'm gonna just put it out there right now. Bethesda getting bought out by Microsoft has zero bearing on the game market in general. Microsoft is hemorrhaging money left and right with their games division. Period. The Xbox One X is only selling out because there's such a low supply of it. The Xbox
that's not even the main reason. They're still having problems with bots.
Yeah.
I have a group text with Party, Buckwheat, and then my buddy Jeff, and we all just kind of keep in touch on there. And he said something about I don't remember exactly what day it was, but at noon, I think it was either Saturday or Sunday at noon, they were supposed to release a bunch of new Xbox Series One X's at Walmart, and they were supposed to have some sort of like bot protection bullshit, right? And my buddy said he was like 11:59 and noon they're sold out. Like immediately the bots just struck again. You know what I mean? Like he's like, it's an actual joke. Like you don't even have a chance to get your hands on one. You know?
100%.
Yeah. So much for that bot protection. They were fucking mumbling about.
By the time you can get your hands on a 3 series card, the 4 series card will be out.
Right.
And on top of that, like, and I'm coming from somebody who literally does have a PS5 sitting right on my desk between two monitors.
Right between his
Rub
legs.
it in.
I mean,
yeah.
oh yeah. Anyway, it's not worth it. Like I thought that they would have given us something at launch, at least through the PlayStation Store or the Microsoft Store if you have a Series X, where it would have been worth buying. And it's not. It's really not. So we're trying.
PlayStation gave you the greatest hits. Xbox didn't do shit.
Right. There's nothing.
I mean, Xbox has been doing an okay job of like adding games to their Game Pass. Like, I mean, I just got the whole Mass Effect series. Madden 21 is now free on the Game Pass. So they've been doing an okay job of bringing back some of their hits, but they're definitely dragging their feet a bit.
I'm finding myself using the actual publisher subscription services. So like EA Play for like Jade Dragon, a lot of the older Star Wars games, stuff like that. Whereas going through Game Pass, like I'm paying $15 a month for Game Pass for access to Minecraft Dungeons.
Right. Well, remember what I told you before last week? My buddy got us a spoken deal. It was literally 2 years of Game Pass with 2 years of EA access added to it somehow for like $2 a month.
That's crazy.
It's literally a joke. I was like, oh my God, how did you manage that?
That's obscene.
Yeah,
That
You want
that is
that man
really
to be
obscene.
your agent. If you're any kind of sports star, pro athlete, you want that man to be your agent because he'll get you top dollar, man. I'm
Oh,
telling
100%.
Get a Mass Effect. Who's excited about that Legendary Edition coming in May?
you. What is it gonna add?
It's
You
Mass
know,
Effect 1, 2, and 3, updated graphics, all the DLCs. It's gonna be in 4K. Oh,
4K. Nice.
I cannot wait.
I love Mass Effect. I've played it both. I played it through 2 times, one like as the good guy and as the villain.
So
Really
good.
fun. I've always been a sucker for the games where like a decision you make in number 1 can come back to bite you in the ass in number 3. Like I think that's really cool that every decision you make weighs on the impact of the game.
Yeah.
Always been a sucker for that.
It's so crazy. I almost didn't give it a chance because my buddy let me borrow it. I played for like an hour and it was like nothing going on. I was like, dude, this game is boring, man. He's like, shut up and keep playing it. And it's like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest games ever.
Yeah. Mass Effect had me hooked right from the start, man. It was such a fun game.
That is too funny. So we
I might stream that shit, one day this week. Who knows?
You should, honestly, man. I would stop by.
I love Mass Effect.
I haven't played through any of the Mass Effect games because I knew that it was going to be at least a 3-part series, and I couldn't I was going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to wait till 3 comes out, buy all 3, and then go. And then when it came out, like literally day of, people are already beating the game, and all of the controversy that came out from how bad the ending was.
The ending was shit. I'll give them that. But
they
to be fair, if you speed straight through just the main storyline, you can finish the game and the series pretty quick. But there is tons of side quests and extra stuff you can do.
Right.
You can go explore extra planets on your own and shit. So there is a lot more to the game. But I just what was the one that came out later on, Dreaded?
Andromeda.
I never played that one, to be honest. And I'm kind of glad I didn't because I heard nothing but bad things.
Well, BioWare got infected by EA finally.
Right. So luckily, I never tarnished my view of Mass Effect by playing that one.
Mm-hmm. I had to because I played the rest of them. I was like, "What? A new Mass Effect game? I must play it."
But I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to live up to the expectation, so I never really bothered playing it.
But that was my feeling on Gears of War too. Like as soon as they said this story is done, that was the end for me. Unlike with Final Fantasy, they're like, okay, each numbered one is a different one. So I'm like, okay, I can fuck with that. And then when they put out a sequel later on, I go, okay, cool, I could dig that. But when it comes to I'll use Gears of War as an example because we were talking about this in your stream earlier, Irish. For me, when the game was done, is my mic cutting out?
You got quieter for me.
A tiny bit.
Okay, hold on. Is this any better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
Put your lips on the microphone.
Ooh, yeah. Anyway, so with everything seems quiet. Lovely.
Hold on. Give me time. How's that?
Good. Somebody's mic is squealing, by the way. There's background noise.
I
don't hear anything.
Okay, maybe it's just on my end. Anyway, I have
power audio set up over there.
Dude,
my door's shut, so
I have
nothing.
Oh no, it's like mic interference. Either way, whatever.
It could be my computer. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe
he got that good setup. He can hear a mouse fart outside and shit.
I mean, that is true, yes. But I can only push this up so far before it starts getting distortion. Yeah. So I mean, either way, I'll just fix it in post, like I always do. Oh, audio doesn't pop up. I'll fix it in post. Anyway, so for me, with Gears of War, the story was done. That one story was done at the end of 3. That's when Cliff Bleszinski was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. Here, buy the rights, have fun, see you later. And then they did Judgment 4 and 5. I never got into. I tried Gears 4 and it just didn't. The feel wasn't there anymore, so I just didn't bother.
I'm the same.
And
I'm the same. Honestly, it's like I'm not big on sequels in general, whether it's games or movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just not. So it's just let it die. You know what I mean? Like I said, I played 5 for maybe 2-3 hours with my buddy Party,
Right.
and I just the story wasn't doing anything for me. It just wasn't. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. How many wars is Marcus gonna live through?
How many times is he gonna get blown the fuck up just to like shrug it off, dust off his fucking power armor, and be like, "I'm the main character. Fuck you."
Yeah, exactly.
I was pretty much done when my boy Dom got it, so I was like, "Oh,
exactly.
Dude.
Once Dom died and it played the music, man, I was done.
That scene was a masterclass on how to write a death.
It should have ended right after that. The 3 should have been it.
Yeah.
That whole game and that series hits you right in the feels. Like that scene when Dom has to shoot his wife.
Dude,
that one hit me right in the feel, smack dab harder than any game ever has, man. I was like,
oh, it was so crazy. Because we get down there and you find it, and it's like, oh, she looks normal. And then the camera pans, and it's like,
yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, my
dude,
God.
Spoiler alert, the game's been out for like 12 years. I think spoiler alerts are out and gone, JQ.
Nah, son.
No, don't worry, JQ. She lives.
Now, you're wrong.
I was just kidding. She lives happily ever after.
And then they were trying to get out in the truck wreck, and he was all on his own. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, the music. Once the music started, you knew it was GG.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well played.
Rest in peace, Dom.
Because as the guy who most of the time had to play as Dom as the second player, that like hits you extra hard. You're like, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Live looking into young Irish playing Gears 3. What? Who do I play as now?
Exactly.
I don't know, but you ain't playing as fucking Phoenix anymore, asshole. Oh, I don't want to play as Coltrane. But yeah, it was like I have a problem when they like. It feels like after 3, when Microsoft took it over, it was just jumping the shark. At this point,
it's almost like you just let a young toddler like kid like ramble on, and then he went to this thing and the bad guy, and then like it's just like just fucking let it stop, man. Like God, please.
Yeah. Go to your room.
Yes.
Just go to your room and watch TV. Come back out when you're tired.
And it's just sad because, like, you know, obviously I was a humongous fan of Gears, especially Gears 1. We played that religiously for a long time.
Yep.
And it's just they just have to squeeze every last drop out of to make every last dollar they can out of these titles. You know, it just kills me.
I played Gears 1 multiplayer for like 6 months straight, like every day.
Yep.
You were in there.
Yep.
Gears 3 multiplayer was like the most balanced multiplayer I've played. And this was when I was like solo queuing pretty much every game that I've ever played. And I had so much fun with it. But once you get in, like, I didn't play 4 multiplayer. I think I played about an hour of 5 just because I wanted to test the water, see how it was. And I was just like, I'm done here. I'm done.
Man, I wish streaming was a thing back when Gears was popping, bro.
Oh my God.
Right. Famous.
Right.
I would still be here every Monday night doing a podcast.
I was born 10 years too soon.
Fact. So anyway, today's main topic, we're all old ass fucks, right? Well, I mean, Irish is a little younger than us, Dreaded, but you know, you and I,
Irish the baby.
you and I, we're old ass fucks, and I guess I'm like king old turd over here. I
mean, you're basically dead at this point, so.
Dude,
I mean, I'm 36 and black years, that's like 70.
Dude, just because there are some spots in the world with dirt that feels younger than me does not mean I'm that old. It just means I feel that old. Fuck.
Old as dirt and twice as gritty.
Yeah, right. So we got a topic for this week last week, and we're like all of us we're all OG gamers. Like if you're in this chat, if you're watching this video, if you're listening to the podcast, I can almost guarantee you your first console is before the fucking Xbox 360. On the odd chance that, you know, you're a youngin and your first console was an Xbox 360, I implore you, eBay is a thing. Go get a Nintendo. At the bare minimum, go get a Dreamcast. You'll thank me. This PSA is brought to you by the Enemy Base. So, point is, it's like a lot of like I've made it a point for the better part of like I don't know the last 10 years to be completely at odds with how games are made nowadays. So like back in the day, oh fuck, I'm that old. Okay, so
Yeah,
when
we're
I
at
was
that age where we have to say back in the day.
yeah right. So when
Back in my day,
when
Get off my lawn. We're at that age. You bastards.
get off my lawn. Anyway, so
Oh, man.
when I was of the age where I wasn't buying my own video games and my parents were buying them for me, when a game was released, the game was done.
Yep.
There was no day one patch. There was no DLC. Do I now going forward? Do I understand the need for day one patches? Yes. Do I understand the need for DLC? Yes. I welcome these things because they do help the game to an extent. But when you have a day one patch for a game that is literally larger than the size of the game itself, there's an issue. There is a huge issue. When you have a game developed and you ship it and then you realize that there's game breaking bugs and you have to retool entire sets of menus, assets, maps, whatever, and you have to redo this, right? And you have to sit us as the consumers, we have to sit there and wait for these patches to go through, and we can't just put the game in and play. God, I miss those days.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's one thing that would solve all this shit to make us, not care anymore. Make all DLC free. It is not my fault. You released a half-finished game for $60, and then you're gonna charge me to fix it.
Yeah. Now this is my thing too. Like I always try to be like the one that defends like the shit, you know what I mean, or looks on the other side. But
Devil's advocate over here.
exactly. But my thinking is it's not all the developers' fault because they get such unrealistic fucking timelines to finish these games, man. Because we want 4K graphics and we want this and we want that, but we want it now, like, and it's just use COD as an example. Must put a new COD game out every year. Fucking can't stop. It's like Merry Christmas, not Merry COD miss. You know what I mean? We must have one.
But that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason
they just put out these half-ass fucking shitty games because they're on the clock and they run out of time.
But that's part of the reason why Activision has 3 fucking software companies making COD. Every year, every 3 years, one of these companies are making a new game.
And every 3 years, only one out of their 3 games is even playable, let alone decent.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean,
are you sure? Do we need to go back through all of the fucking problems that happened in Warzone? Stim glitch, DMR, you name it. There's been game-breaking issues through the entire series of COD, and it's only now coming to life because the internet fucking exists.
Right.
That's why I don't understand why more people don't play Battlefield.
So the problem is with a lot of this stuff is, like, I was thinking about this for about a week and trying to figure out, like, hey, how do I want to tackle old school gaming? How do I want to talk about it? And I think the best thing to do, instead of, having the next half an hour and change just bitching and moaning about DLC, for as much as I would love to, and I just got that out of my system, like, what games would make you ecstatic to play? Like, somebody mentions a game, right? What's the one game that somebody can mention to you and you automatically go, I'm gonna pop it in and play right now?
Current?
I
was thinking like PS2 back, but whatever.
So one game that's always
too?
Yeah, one game that's always going to have that for me is Diablo 2. I could pretty much go back and play Diablo 2 anytime. That was a lot of fun. So games like that kind of, But while we're still on the subject of like the old school games versus now, the one thing that gets me too, and to be fair, they've been working on it with certain games, but the difficulty, man. When did they make games so easy? Or it's basically like you're watching a movie and you're just hitting A and just skipping these cutscenes. I beat a level. Remember back in the day, like the difficulty was just built into the game. There wasn't no easy mode, and that's what kills me too. Is like there's no challenge in a lot of these games anymore.
When I have if I ever have a kid and they go, I want to get a PS7 or whatever one is out at the time, I'm gonna throw a Nintendo and Ninja Gaiden in front of them and say, "You beat this, you beat this game. I will buy you whatever console you want." Period.
Or you could even do the Ninja Turtles. The shirt, remember the OG Ninja Turtles game on NES? Remember how hard that fucking thing was?
Yeah, but the problem with that game though was it was terrible level design.
Yeah,
I would either make them do the Ninja Gaiden 1 or Aladdin on Genesis.
Like even like he says, Battletoads, Contra,
Lion King.
Yeah. Oh my God, Lion King was
Oh
like
my God
before Dark Souls, man. Holy shit,
dude! I don't even want to talk about that horse shit, man. I played fucking Lion King probably one time when I was younger. I literally like rage quit and just walked out of my friend's house. I said, I'm not coming back if you're gonna fucking play this bullshit. Fuck this game.
What else? Earthworm Jim.
Yep, I remember. So I had Earthworm Jim on Game Boy. Remember like the OG humongous gray.
Oh my God.
The green screen that took 83 batteries.
Yep, I had Earthworm Jim on that fucking thing.
You mean the Nokia phone before Nokia phones were a thing? Where you could
same thing. I had that huge brick Game Boy, and that's when I got my very first Pokemon game. I got blue version.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I laid on the couch and played it for so long that I literally fell asleep with like my Game Boy still on my chest, just passed out because I was playing.
And all the batteries died, and he was screwed.
Yeah. Because I remember how cool I felt when I got my first Game Boy Color, and it was like the special Pikachu edition with like his cheek is the battery light. I thought that was so cool. Like,
oh my God, I can play Pokemon Silver in color.
I know, dude. It was like man.
The one that revolutionized it was the Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh man,
finally a fucking backlit screen. Oh
dude,
my Christ! How many years did we spend playing by street light in the back seat? Like, oh, I got some light.
Dude, bro, fuck that noise, bro. The reason why it was all about the SP, not because of the backlit screen. It was literally because you could just clamshell it shut. You never have to worry about your screen getting fucked up again. Yeah, that was my shit.
SP was the joint, bro.
Dude, I had the special Nintendo edition that looked like an NES.
Nice.
Yeah, I know it's somewhere. I wish I can find it. I also had the I think it was the new DS XL that had the new 3DS XL that was a special edition.
I've got that one. I got the Zelda one.
Yeah, now I could just turn my Switch into a Super Nintendo.
You still have
they tripping up. If they don't stop releasing these bullshit games we never heard of, give us Super Mario RPG. Give us
Okay, to be fair, you are talking about the Nintendo Online emulators.
Mario RPG is so great, bro. Fucking love that game.
It's not on there. That's
so it was. If you have like an old school Wii, wasn't it on the digital console there?
I
think so.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that I actually have a legit copy that I can play in my hand right now.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Super Nintendo Classic.
I'm not paying $80 for that thing just for.
But same thing, Mario RPG. That's another example. That game was hard as shit when you were a kid.
It was.
No strategy guide, no fucking nothing. You're just like, Jesus Christ,
you had to time your attacks to get your extra damage in. You had to time your attacks.
That shit. That was a fun ass
jumps
game.
and his punches.
See,
so fucking when I see me stream that.
Shit. See, I was all about for me, my main thing was the PS1. That's where I hit my fucking stride. I was playing games all the time with it. I was fucking buying games all the time. At one point, I think I had close to 200 games in my PS1 collection. Right?
Damn.
And no matter, like, it was funny because all these games would just collect dust on my shelf because I would always go back to Resident Evil 2. I would always go back to Legend of Dragoon. I would always go back to Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy
Oh,
9.
Legend of Dragoon.
I have that digitally on my PS3 that's in the box up there in my closet.
Hell yeah, man.
Look, let me go get my Vita and tell you what I got. It's Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. It's Legend of Dragoon. It's Breath of Fire 3 and 4. It's oh my God, Chrono Cross. Xenogears.
Were these all legally acquired, or were these?
Yeah, I bought them all on PS3. Oh no, or was it PS2? Well, either one, you couldn't transfer them to PS4, but you could put them on a Vita.
Can you, if I were to buy a Vita like today, would I be able to do that, or did they take all of that out?
Do you have the games on PS3?
I mean, I could just get on a PS3 and buy them. I have one.
You'd have to, because the way you had to do it was you had to buy it on PS3 and then transfer them to the Vita, because you couldn't even buy them they weren't even showing up on the Vita store.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I listen. So I have access.
Look the guides up first before you buy it, because I don't know if you can still do it anymore. But yeah.
I mean, listen. What's a Vita now? Like $100?
Hell if I know.
So Nintendo 64 was actually the first one for me that really, like, I kind of took off on gaming. You know what I mean? Like, I just remember kicking the shit out of all my friends in GoldenEye, Smash Bros, racing games. Gold. Yeah. It just and then, you know, they'd get all mad, they'd leave. I'm going home. They'd unplug their controller if I could go home. You know, like, those were the days, man.
And I had the Donkey Kong 64, the green clear one.
Oh yeah.
It came with the green controller.
Dude.
Yeah.
And dude, I don't know what Nintendo 64s were made of, bro, but you could fucking drop kick one of those things off the Empire State Building and then stick your cartridge in it and then turn on. Like, bro, dude, those things were indestructible.
See, for me, though, I tried so hard getting into a Nintendo 64. I tried getting so hard, like, getting into the library. But Rare made the same game 4 times over when it came to, like, Donkey Kong, Jet Force Gemini, there was another Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, whatever. All those games were literally the same game. You can argue with me all you want. I will run down the list of shit.
Now this is a silly question, but because I should know this, I had one. Could you play PS1 games on PS2?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I was going to say, because if I remember correctly, my buddy, when I got my first PS2, my buddy let me borrow Final Fantasy 9 on disc. It was a fucking 4-disc set.
Yeah,
and I remember
that was fun.
Dude, that's when I got introduced to, like, the whole Final Fantasy series in general. And oh my God, I was fucking hooked. And then so I played 9, and then that's when 10 came out on the PlayStation. And I was just fucking balls deep in the Final Fantasy series after that, man. So fun.
Yeah, I would. To answer your question, Dreaded, what do you think I'm playing fucking Vandal Hearts on? It ain't a PS1. I don't even know where I have a working PS1. I don't even know where the fuck that is.
I don't.
Playing it on a PS2.
I've got everything but a PS1. Farthest back is Nintendo. I got a NES. Oh, look who just showed up finally. What's up, Divine? Where you been?
I mean, I had Dreaded message you like 4 times to let you know that we're recording tonight, and
like,
yeah.
Yep.
Next time. So,
but back to PS2. Need for Speed Underground 2. Oh my God! We can sit all day and we can sit here all day talking about PS2.
Madden and 2K or the basketball games were huge for me on PlayStation as well.
San Andreas, Vice City.
Yeah.
See, and
Shadow Colossus.
My God, I forgot about that game. That game was amazing, dude. I would love to see that game remastered with some like 4K graphics.
Didn't they do it?
I don't know.
What game?
I have no idea.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, it was on PS4.
Yeah, they brought it back.
Yo, that game was sick.
Yo, if you guys want to hear some shit and what they should make as a 4K remake, Ico.
The Dolphin game?
No, that's Echo. I think it was a precursor to Shadow of the Colossus. It was like Shadow of the Colossus was like the spiritual sequel to it. I'll do more research on it. I'll get an actual, like, the actual full name of it, but it was like shit, I can't even remember. Fuck it.
So let me ask you guys this, because in any system, any game, any fucking time, this was probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite game. Did you guys ever play Rise of the Argonauts?
I've heard of it.
No.
I think it was on Xbox 360, if I remember correctly. Holy fuck, was that game fun? I was full blown addicted to that game. I played it like 2 or 3 times through in like a week. Basically,
Damn.
you were David from the Argonauts. Like Hercules was like your best friend, and you're basically like running around going through his adventures, and like you were getting powers from the gods and stuff. Jesus, man, that game was.
I might have played that.
That game was so fun.
Dude, JQ hit it right on the head. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the OG edition. Like that right there is like you didn't play the original Battlefront 2? Oh, dude, spend the money.
There were so many disappointing
I have it on
Star Wars
Steam.
games.
I think I have it on Steam, honestly, if I remember. I should,
dude,
open my
dreaded.
Steam right now,
get it. EA Play through Origin and just play the fucking game, bro.
Wasn't it free on Epic?
Oh, no. That's the new
2.
Battlefront. Yeah. The OG Battlefront 2, man, was so fucking good. It was so damn good. Like if you weren't playing Battlefront 2 back in the day, then you were doing something wrong. You were doing something hella wrong.
All right, Star Wars. Go down to the S's. Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic from 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got it on Steam.
Oh, dude, now I have
I have Empire at War, Gold Pack, Dark Forces, Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Republic Commando, Starfighter, Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition, and Force Unleashed 2.
Did you buy the Humble Bundle when it was a Star Wars bundle? Because it sounds like it.
So the same guy I told you that got us the Game Pass Ultimate and all the other stuff for like 5 cents, me and him file share on Steam, and between the two of us, bro, we probably have 500 games.
Shit.
No shit. It's like fucking between 400 and 500 games. So it's like I'll just like be scrolling through the list sometimes, just looking at all these random ass games that I've never heard of before. Damn. And I'm just like, man, I should play some of these. Like,
But yeah, like I have EA Play through Steam, and the sad part is a lot of the old Star Wars games are only accessible through Origin. So like Battlefront,
yeah, but you can get the complete collection on Origin, like every Star Wars game.
Yeah, just like you could get all of the Command and Conquers. That's a series right there. Command and Conquer.
This is gonna make me sound really fucking nerdy, but I just remembered this. It was on PS2.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. This is really gonna make me sound nerdy, and we're talking about classic video games on Twitch. Please continue.
You just wait. One of my favorite games to play of all time, and still is, Tiger Woods Golf.
I mean, technically,
man. You make a character on those golf games, bro. They were so fucking fun. Like PGA Tour 05, 06. Oh my god, dude. PGA. I loved those fucking golf games. I could play them forever.
When it came to sports games, the best sports game of all time is Cool Borders 2000.
No, because SSX Tricky still exists. Sorry, Holmes.
I like the trick system on Cool Borders more than I did on SSX.
I don't know, man. The SSX was just so outlandish. I would play that game so hard.
Yeah, you can call them 1A and 1B because Cool Borders is more like a semi-simulation, and SSX Tricky was 100% arcade.
If it was any more arcade, it would have an arcade stand-up somewhere.
Yeah,
that game was just fucking insane.
Wasn't there a racing game called like? Wasn't there a racing game called like Cruising USA or something?
Dude,
I think I had that game for 64, and that was fun as shit.
Cruising USA, Cruising World, and then Cruising Exotica, which we don't mention because it was fucking trash.
Yeah.
But Cruising World was the best one.
Dude, I remember I went with my aunt. She had a like a business trip in like Washington or some shit. And while she was at her business meeting, she handed me like $10 in quarters and said, "The arcade's downstairs to the right." So I'm like, okay, cool. Went downstairs. I think I went through the entire pack of quarters in like an hour and a half just playing Cruising USA. That game was so much fucking fun.
Cruising USA and Cruising World are two of the best racing games, bro. It's so fun. Popping wheelies and buses and shit.
Did you guys play the Simpsons arcade game way back in the day?
Yeah, that actually brings me. that actually loops it back to what I was saying before. Konami made it based on the fucking Turtles arcade game.
Right. I
Like,
just remember what, like Lisa had like a jump rope.
Yeah.
Bart had his skateboard. Like Homer just punched people.
Mm-hmm.
Marge just might as well have just thrown Maggie at everybody.
I think she had a vacuum cleaner, if I remember correctly. Marge did.
She did.
I spent a lot of quarters back in the day on that game. Let me tell you.
Oh man,
Are arcades even a thing anymore? I mean, I know we got Dave and
They're
Buster's, but
they're
it's like,
rare, but I think they're still out there.
Dave and Buster's does not count. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Dave and Buster's, but anybody wants to try and tell me that Dave and Buster's is an arcade, they can get the fuck out. Dave and Buster's is a restaurant that has games in it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about arcade is like those fucking grungy fucking spots that are on like the boardwalk in like a resort town in like Ocean City, Maryland, Atlantic City, Point Pleasant, Seaside.
And they all had the exact same carpet, like it was a requirement.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I want to start up an arcade. I need a carpet. Okay, good for you. That's great. We got the special carpet just for you that every other arcade in the world has. Okay, bye.
Right.
Yeah, I used to love going to the mall, go straight to the arcade.
Oh
Just
man.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Dude, there was an arcade in a mall by my by where I used to live way back, and my dad and mom would literally drop me off in the arcade, and I would be sitting in front of the same game an hour and a half later when they come back around, and they'd be like, "Okay, it's time to go." No.
Yeah, that was the babysitter back then, right?
Oh yeah. Like they knew exactly where I was gonna end up in life, and they just left me there. They knew I wasn't gonna go wander anywhere because video games. Fuck it, why not? And then, fuck, it was like wherever we would go, it's like, okay, you guys do whatever you want. I'm gonna go find the arcade. See you later. Bye.
Right.
Oh my god, fucking Irish with Cruising USA. Now I want to go. Oh god, I want to play that like right.
I don't know why that game just popped my head. I just remember like if you would go off a jump and you'd land a trick, you'd get a certain amount of points. You could paint your car and all that shit, man. Like,
dude, the best thing about that is like when you could, if you were to, like if you were playing in the arcade, you can actually save your guy, and you can log in any other, not Cruising USA. I think it was
Cruising World.
Might have been Cruising World, where you can log it, like use some login info, and you can actually pull your character and play it in the game. So any points that you accrue to customize your car or whatever, you use it and you're good to go.
what was that shooting game? Crisis.
Oh, Time Crisis.
Time Crisis, where you had to push the fucking pedal to leave.
Oh, dude.
That was way ahead of its time.
Oh my
bro.
god,
that was some legendary shit, man. You remember walking into arcade for the first time and seeing one of those?
Hell yeah!
Being like, damn.
You had to throw it up to reload. Like,
I remember me and my dad playing games like that all the time.
Oh man, dude, like me and my dudes, we had the reload down. We would just like have it going and then wrist flick just to get it off screen just long enough to get it reloaded and come back up. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, we were savages with that game.
Yeah, that game was the shit.
Like there's just so much good shit, man. Like it sucks because like I date myself so hard when I say shit like this, but I miss like shit like arcades where like you would meet up with your friends at an arcade and you would just like go ham. Like if you and your boys are going like ultra hard on like Mortal Kombat and a bunch of people just start gathering around you.
Yep.
Just to see who's going on, and then you got people just lining quarters up on the arcade machine going, I got next. And if you run the fucking table, you knock all these people off, you're the fucking man. You're like, for that instance, for like that 10 minutes after you're done, you're the fucking man.
So my dad's never going to let me live this down. And of course, when your parents tell you a story, they kind of over exaggerate a little bit. But my dad, he said one time we're at some arcade and he was playing a pinball machine. Mm-hmm. And the way he describes it, he was going to set like the all-time world record of all-time high scores on any pinball machine in the universe, right? And he said he's about to break the high score, and all of a sudden the whole machine just goes, boo! And all of a sudden he sees me, a little toddler me going, tee, running away. I fucking walked up and hit the reset button on his ass when he was
Oh, my
about to break
God.
the high score. And like I said, still to this day, 30 fucking years later, he will never let me let that down.
To be fair,
That's hilarious.
to be fair though, if I was Papa Irish and you did that to me, I would not let you live that down. And every time I walk past you, that's for fucking my game up.
I'd have been the pinball wizard, you little bastard.
Pinball Wizard would have been about me.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Oh man, that is too fucking good.
I'll tell you another slept on sports game while it's on the brain. Y'all remember Mario Tennis?
Oh yeah, or Mario Golf even. It's just as fun.
I've never actually played Mario Tennis.
Yo,
I played tennis on Wii Sports. I never actually played Mario Tennis. Like
Mario Tennis was dope.
all of the sporty Mario offshoots like tennis, golf. I think there was a baseball game at some point, soccer. I was just like, I'm good. I don't need this. Again, one of those things where it's just like, I understand why it's there. I don't have to play it. So yeah, on that note,
guys.
we are
it's dinner time for me. I am starving Marvin, so I gotta
we're
graciously bow out.
we're gonna call it here anyway. So next week, back to our normal schedule. I'm just gonna let you guys know now. In April, I'm gonna be going away again. I think for the show.
Just keep us posted like you've been doing, and not an issue. So
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm just letting you. I'm letting you guys and the all of 13 people in total who listen to the show, both live and on YouTube and on through our podcast mediums. I have to be all inclusive here. In April, we might be delaying the show again. I'm not sure. Things are up in the air at the moment. I will let everybody know. On that note, we're getting the fuck out of here because I have to eat. Irish has to eat. Dreaded has to, do
dreaded things.
Yeah. I don't even know what he does anymore. So
I'm gonna go eat about 10 tacos. So
dude,
and I'll see you guys later.
Please fuck some up for me.
I will. Later, boys.
Thanks. Later, homies. We out.